In this video, I'm going to be taking you on a road tour from Ojoo bus terminal to the Obafemi Awolowo train station in Moniya. And apart from allowing you have a view of a scenic drive down to this train station, you would also have the opportunity to hear from residents living around this axis.
How many years have you been in Moniya so far?
Let's say about 3 years back.
How many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
Approximately 2 years.
How many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
Probably 2 years.
So how many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
For 10 years.
They also had an advice for you on why you must visit, invest and live in Moniya.
What advice do you have for anyone who wants to own a home, build and live in Moniya?
I would say it's a fantastic idea. It's a developing environment, so it's a fantastic idea.
Right now, it's time for you to enjoy this quick scenic drive down to this train station and also have a view of some beautiful landmarks on my way down there.
the street last night. Said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day upright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go. All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life. Oh, you seem to easily forget how to place your bet. When everyday life gets you down, you gotta steal the crown. Got to own it. Don't bitch and moan about it, please. God forbid you scrape your knees, and it's nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I've told you over and over again. You gotta get both hands around it and make your own plans. Roller coaster, it's taking over. It's about time. Oh, all sing your high line on the roller coaster of life. You've got to all choose your timeline with the roller coaster of life. Roller coaster. I want to go down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole of life. And now it's about to leave.
One of the residents at Moniya, and how many years have you been in Moniya so far?
Let's say about 3 years back. That I've been in this Akinyele local government.
Okay. How has this area been like so far?
The area is nice. There is a lot of security here. It's very peaceful. Nice environment. And so on.
Okay, yeah, that was good. So, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to live in Moniya? Is this the right place for them to invest their money in?
Yes, this area is actually nice and okay, and very, very good to invest.
Wow.
To invest, and we expect people from Lagos State, from abroad to come and at least come and set up companies here.
I'm with a resident here in Moniya. Like, how many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
Approximately 2 years.
Wow. So, how does life in Moniya look like? As in the living, the environment, and so many other things.
The living is quite peaceful and serene. I would say that.
So, what advice do you have for anyone who wants to own a home, build, and live in Moniya?
I would say it's a fantastic idea. It's a developing environment, so it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, so she said it's a fantastic idea. So you need to live in Moniya if you want to have rest of mind and you want to enjoy quality living in Ibadan. So right now, what is your prediction for Moniya in the next 5 years? Like, how do you think Moniya is going to look like in the next 5 years?
I think it would be very, very beautiful and very. It could even be like a center, like the center of Ibadan somehow. Because I know the year before I moved to Moniya, I was totally against it because of it wasn't so developed. And within the 2 years I lived, it was all very, very fast developing. And so I feel it's going to be very, very like even more developed than it is right now.
So I'm with another resident right here in Moniya, and I'm going to be allowing you here our experience about living in Moniya and why you should invest in Moniya. Ma, so how many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
For 10 years.
10 years, 10 years. So how has the experience been like living in Moniya?
It's been quiet and peaceful. No, it's not rough. Just basically, it's like most people are trying to get their own building, trying to start a life. It's quiet. It's a good place to live.
Yeah, you have say it's a good place to live. So Moniya is the best place for you to live. So a lot of people are watching this video right now and they have it in mind to invest in Moniya. What advice do you have for them about investing in Moniya?
I'll like them to come to. They should see it as a good opportunity in the next 5 to 10 years. I think the place will be different from what it is today with the incoming of the dry port, this train station. I know by then to be bigger than what it is right now. So I think it's a good place, and there will be expansion with the roads. So there will be government presence will be felt. So more development, the road will be expanded.
Yeah, the road will be expanded. So you've mentioned about 5 to 10 years because I was about to ask about that. So where in Ibadan do you feel Moniya will look like? Like where are the bustling, we have bustling places in Ibadan right now, the likes of the Bodija, the Jericho, the Agodi GRA. So where would Moniya look like within the next 10 to 15 years? Let me take it down to 15 years.
It will look better than Bodija, a much more improved. To me, I look at it as the Oluyole. I'm looking at Moniya like that in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So
I love the fact that you said it look like Oluyole because Oluyole has a lot of estates there. Although it's an old place, old former, but right here in Moniya we're having developers build estates right in that place. So it will definitely look like Oluyole because Oluyole is popularly being called Oluyole Estate. Then we now have Oluyole Extension. So Moniya will be like Moniya Estates. That's what it's going to look like. So you need to invest in Moniya today. So I'm with another resident right here in Moniya, and I'm going to be asking him his experiences in Moniya and why you should invest and live in Moniya just like him. He's a resident here in Moniya. So sir, how many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
Let's just say 12 to 2 years now. 12 months to 2 years. Around 12 months to 2 years.
So how has the experience in Moniya looked like so far?
Yeah, it has been a nice experience. A nice environment to invest in, peaceful environment. Everything here is good and it works. I think it's a nice environment.
He said Moniya is a nice environment. So what do you think Moniya is going to look like within the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, Moniya in the next 5 years, it will be a nice environment. Let's talk about the IITA. Let's talk about the train station there. There are a lot of investment going on there right now. So let's just say in the next 5 to 10 years, well, it will be a nice environment and for investors to come around, because I know very sure in the nearest 5 to 10 years, like you said, in the nearest years, we have much companies and investors ready to invest in Moniya, and it will be a very good opportunity for that area to light up. So let's just say in the next 5 to 10 years, it will be a very good and nice environment to stay at.
Wow. It's going to look like, which area in Ibadan, which bustling area in Ibadan that you can compare that Moniya is going to look like? Because you said it's a nice environment. Which popular area in Ibadan will Moniya look like within the next, let's just say 10 years?
Let's just like it will be an area like Akobo. Yeah.
Wow.
Area
Yes. It's on point on that because Akobo is somewhere that has a lot of estates like the Kolakpo, Shola and the likes. Sure. So Moniya too also has estates around the place. How many years have you been living in Moniya so far?
Probably roughly 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
2 years. Wow. So how has the 2 years been like in Moniya?
It's good. Like it's developing fast, and there are a lot of new places coming up. Like Oxygen is a new place. The train station, I think, is wonderful. So I think Moniya will be a very good residence very soon.
Yeah.
It is already though, but it will get more better.
Yeah. You hear him say places like Oxygen, the train station, and that is it. At Moniya, we have a 4-star hotel, a 4-star resort in Moniya. You need to stop playing about investing in this place. So, what do you feel Moniya is going to look like within the next 5 to 10 years?
It'll be big. It'll be the center of Ibadan. It'll be the major place because coming from outskirts of other places, you have to pass through Moniya, and other big places are going to open up in Moniya. So, and there's a radio station too there. So, it's good. I'm not good.
Wow. We have the popular Amoludu station right at Moniya, showing you that he mentioned something about outskirts like places like Iseyin, Shaki.
Yes.
You would have to
Oyo.
pass through Moniya while entering Ibadan through all those axes.